When boyfriend's mom brings it up, she goes on about privilege and her anxiety. I empathize with anxiety as I also suffer with that. She allows it to control her though, and isn't willing to seek help or work on herself because she doesn't see it as a problem. Regarding James, it's definitely a pattern for him. When people he cares about push him, he wants to make them happy, even if it means sacrificing his own happiness. I always have to stop, pause, and check in when we plan vacations or make big decisions to make sure he's not just doing what I want for the sake of it. We have a good system down for us, and he's able to be more honest and transparent about his wants when given the space to do so. With his family and friends, he does struggle with boundaries. He's aware and trying with little things, telling friends it's not okay to call him at 2 a.m. unless it's an emergency, and is actively working on it. Ironically, if anyone treats me the way Kelly treats him, he turns into a bit of a pit bull. I have had a few issues with men at work. I work in a very male-dominated industry with lots of sexism. Think oil rigs and fishing boats kind of environment. When they act up, James is in my corner and ready to defend. He's stepped in when my family is overstepped, and the only time I've ever seen him snap back at Kelly was when she made a comment to me that crossed a line. However much of a pushover James is, Mike is 100% worse. He is very sweet but has absolutely zero self-esteem. I think that's why he and Kelly have lasted so long. Whatever behavior she exhibits toward us or that we observe, he deals with it 100x at home. James has talked to Mike and offered an ear and support, but at some point Mike has to be willing to help himself, and he doesn't love himself enough to see the problem. James has read these comments, and while he's still going to give her the gift, he is starting to see the problem and impact it has on his relationship with his brother. I hope that inspires setting healthy boundaries. I'll support him in whatever he decides is best. Does Op have to see SIL and Mike on a regular basis when visiting James's family? Op: we only really see her on holidays and at family gatherings. James might see her more often if he's with his brother, but I'm fortunate it's only 3 to 4 by per year for me. The rest of his family is wonderful and we would never not show up for them because of her. Op and James need to tell Mike what Kelly said via text messages. Op said, it's more of a concern that whatever we deal with over a couple of hours at family gatherings, he gets it 1000x worse at home. He has very little self-esteem and she walks all over him and is absolutely cruel. James has talked to Mike about how she treats Mike and he doesn't even try to defend it, just gets defeated and sad. He deserves better, but doesn't have the self-esteem to believe it for himself. This is what we tiptoe around. Right now, Mike will confide in James about some of his relationship with Kelly. James always offers support, options, and a way out. Mike isn't trying to make an exit though. If James pushes, Mike backs off and stops telling him things. It's hard in abusive situations because if you push too hard, you may inadvertently ostracize or push the victim away, making them feel unsafe sharing with you anymore.